Oh,
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming. Welcome to the Hands of Death Session 10. We're back.
We're back.
We back.
yeah.
I gotta have
You know,
some sort of a, I need to have like a thing on the Discord where I can be like, we're not live. And then I can click a button and be like, we're live. So everybody knows we're live at the same time.
Oh, okay, yes, I'm into that idea, but also, like, you did just do it. Like you just did it. Like, I appreciate wanting it to be a click or, like, on the Elgato or whatever, but I'm gonna throw it out there. You did a superb job just now.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us today while we explore the next stage in this exciting assassin story. Our heroes have just recently achieved the goal they sought to complete by going out to Melanchol. They've found the potion that will give you an answer to any one question, should you drink it, from the ancient Temple of Death. And they are now outside of the hall, back in the grassy open field of the Alagard forest, staring up into the sunny sky. Modra, the guardian bear, is slumbering over to the left of the lake. And I think everybody's like wringing out their clothes and stuff as they're doing so.
Mm-hmm.
Esther and Lily had gotten into a little bit of an altercation last time over the vial, but Lily had won out and is currently holding it, I believe, or I could be wrong about
I
that.
lost.
You lost. Okay, so Esther is currently holding on to it. Because I think Lily was being a little impetuous. Is that the word? Being a little impetuous and wanting to drink the vial for herself. But the rest of the party figured that would not be a great idea. So make sure all your fate points are fully refreshed. Take a look at your aspects, refamiliarize yourself, and begin whenever you're ready. We can just head back to town and start talking to Urza if you want, but I'm going to let you guys drive things. So just let me know what you would like to do.
Super. All right. So Florence is getting her things from behind the tree that we dumped all of our items in, and she's like, "All right. So should we go back to Ezra, or did we? I mean, you two were fighting about taking on and drinking that potion.
That's been settled.
Great. Also, I am thoroughly impressed with the croissant maneuver back there. That was excellent. That was ingenious. That was so surprising. I don't think a croissant has ever been used that way before. I might have to write a report about this.
Do I have any more croissants?
No.
Okay, just checking.
That is the cost of your solution from last time. I have taken my revenge, and I will not be distilled from it. Deterred.
Love it.
Professor, you do know I love praise, but it does not from you. Please avoid any and all.
I mean, the aim
Complimentary
too. The
language
aim was
with
great,
me.
and the way it flew through the air, just next level.
Professor. Okay, no, focus.
Okay, so we're all soggy.
I'm sulking.
Yes, I enjoy when we all just sort of say our states of being as though we're like a science experiment. No, okay, listen. What is the over-under on Ezra betraying us?
Urza.
Fuck.
He's got a weird name.
It's great. You know, it's a decent I would say like 40% chance, but also he seems like he's got good motives, you know?
Convincing.
Where is Urza? Exactly in relation to our final destination.
Urza would be back in the underneath the windmill base that you encountered the small band in.
That's right.
The small revolutionary band in.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt if we all stayed on the same page. Maybe we should go tell them what we've collected. I don't know. What are you guys thinking?
I think we should go straight for the castle.
Fair enough.
So part of the plan with getting the potion was to have Urza set up the meeting with Enoch, because he has connections because of Urza's connection to Marith, the Beast Shaper, right? They have like this connection between them. But you could circumvent that and just sneak into the castle on your own, and then you could completely avoid giving the potion to Enoch at all, and then you could use it for your own ends if you wanted.
That's just wow, that idea I just had is just so amazing. And I think we should circumvent Urza altogether and just use the potion for our own ends.
Yes, that's good. Fantastic.
Saying.
To be clear, I do not enjoy the idea of Enoch. Wait, Enoch? Yeah, of Enoch having any kind of access to this potion, so best he not even be aware of it. It could be a
Do
trump
I
card or something.
what if I could pull off, you know, a fraudulent potion?
You want to try? You
That,
don't really have a lot of materials to work with.
as far as I recall, we would need materials from outside of this plane.
Right.
Yes, that's
I don't
true.
know, maybe you could make it look like the consistency of this potion.
So to fabricate a potion, to fabricate the draught, you would need materials outside of this plane. But with the current potion in hand, it would be very difficult. But Lily is confident that she could attempt to mix a fake one using just a little bit of the material you have in the vial. But Enoch does have methods of testing these potions, and they're pretty rigorous before he meets with a person. So you could try it. It would be hard. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it would be hard. I mean,
But
you know.
we wouldn't just hand it over. We would demand a meeting. What if we demanded to see him face to face, and then we swoop in for the kill?
You know, as an academic exercise, I think this would be a really good experience for you to try and remake this.
That's what I'm saying. I really think I should at least give it a go.
Fine, but
Yes.
I'm
Let me
against
just
the
see
idea
what-
of knocking on the door and saying, "We're here." He'll simply kill us and take it. So no, go ahead, child. Make your serum. The professor and I will
Yeah,
be thinking.
it wouldn't hurt to have a second, you know, who knows if our plans will change, but I think just having it on hand in case we could maybe figure it out. But let me rummage through here. God, I don't have anything. Okay. I'm like looking around the forest for like twigs and berries.
Florence is cracking up.
Twigs and berries, twigs and berries.
Twigs.
I love my twigs and berries.
How could I roll maybe a notice and see if there's anything in the forest that I could collect into my my bag of goodies?
Yes, you totally could. In fact, I would say that would be crafts instead, and it's an overcome action. So what you're actually trying to do right now is you're trying to overcome this low on herbs aspect you have, right?
I'd love that.
So that's great. Okay, so go ahead and make a roll for that. I'm going to set the difficulty at 4.
Okay. First roll of the night. Let's go.
2. So you can get there.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll take a boost because I'm a neurologist apprentice, obviously.
That's awesome. Yeah, okay, so with the latest update to Foundry, they actually added in these nifty little buttons where you can hit the +2 with a fate point on the actual roll itself. So underneath fate point actions there, just hit the little plus. Boom, got it. Okay, yeah. Up to 4, made it. Well, yeah. So this is the weird thing about success in Fate. It's succeeding, getting equal to the difficulty is enough to succeed, but with a minor concession, I believe.
Yes.
So do you want to go for that, or do you want to try to reroll?
I'm okay succeeding with a consequence.
Okay, sounds good. Let me see here. All right.
Unless can one of my teammates give me a bump?
If one of your teammates wants to help you, that's totally possible. You can get a +1 for help.
Come on, guys.
Sure. Let's see. I could give you a bump with. I guess I'm. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Me just believing in you doesn't seem like enough here.
Are you sure?
So when you help, you can you just say you're helping with one of your skills, and you grant +1. And usually you're supposed to do it before the roll, but it's fine in this case.
All right. I could help you look, I guess. And I'm trying to figure out which of my skills would work with this since I have a 0 in crafts.
Notice can work. You have that at average +1. Lore could also work.
Let's use a lore. Let's give you a +1 with my lore, and I'm gonna help you look around.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little bit, but after some time, Florence and Lily, like probably about maybe a half an hour, Florence and Lily have gathered enough herbs to refill Lily's basket. You've overcome that consequence.
Wow.
Wow, it's like a whole pantry out here.
Yeah, I mean, if you know where to look,
You know where to look.
there's all kinds of poisons you can make and antidotes and all that stuff.
That's beautiful.
Please continue while I try to figure out how to delete these notes.
Excellent. Okay. I mean, here's my chance. Should I roll another craft to make a tincture?
You're trying to make a false elixir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll use a little bit of what I have to add it in there.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult, but you start getting out your alchemical tools from your pack. You're unrolling glassware, steel vials, that sort of thing. Lily starts to set up like a tiny little laboratory here on the grass to get this done, and begins. So this is tough. It's going to be a difficulty 6 to create a false elixir successfully.
Okay.
Or excuse me, 5. Difficulty 5. My bad.
Can I help out?
You
Yeah.
can.
Oh god.
Okay.
You can help out. Just describe how you're helping.
I was imagining like I don't know, like maybe I take the vial that we already have, and I don't know how many drops are in there. I'm almost imagining like adding a drop of it into the.
Yeah, that's kind of like a necessary component to actually creating the fake. You're gonna have to use just a little bit of the current elixir.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see. Oh, okay.
What if since my roll was awful, what if I like first built a fire and I could use that as an aspect to do better chemistry?
you could create an advantage by building a fire first and doing all that stuff. But you have rolled, so
It would be a reroll,
yeah,
I suppose.
yeah.
I'd be willing to do that. Yeah, so how should I go about that? Should I just reroll?
Yeah, I think you spend a fate point to re-roll that roll. I think that's the best action. Build a fire, stoke it. Just let me know which aspect you're tagging for that. Probably herbologist, but
wait, to make the fire or making a tincture?
to make a tincture, to make the re-roll on the tincture roll.
Please, please, please. Oh.
Okay, we got the 3.
Okay.
So that's another fate point. So you're
I
down to
will
1 fate
bump
point.
up. Yeah, again. To switch it up a little bit, I'll tag my trouble because it's hard enough being a teenager. But I'm gonna do does what it takes. I'm fully focused right now. I'm like, I've stated my confidence in this, and I don't want to let my friends down or embarrass myself.
I see. As in, like you're overcoming the fact that over in the distance, uh, Esther is petting Modra, saying, "Hey, child, check this out.
Yeah.
I'm touching a bear."
Yeah.
Mojo's like
Yeah.
growling and looking up at Esther.
So that does bump me up to a 5, and then Esther, you did help me. Is that a bump?
How do I
As well?
help you with?
How about I help you? I'm gonna, and I say that out loud. Esther can stay over there. I'm going to use my resourcefulness and just be an extra hand, right? So I'm like keeping it steady, making sure things aren't getting unbalanced.
I think I pressed the wrong button.
You're good. You're good. You just gotta hit
But I did take a fate point.
Yeah, so just
Do I
hit the
need to take one
+2,
more?
hit the +2 button, and then hit the +1. Yeah, you gotta take one more. So you should be out of fate points now.
Wait, I should be to what?
No, because you spent one fate point to get the +2 on gathering herbs. Then you spent one fate point to re-roll, and then you spent another
have-
fate point to +2 that.
Burned through my fate point.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good.
Okay,
So this
but
is
I'm at a 6.
this is a moment where I will say that idea of making a fire is really good, or because you can create advantages for yourself before you go for the big roll, right?
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind in the future. If you're like, oh, I can make a fire before you throw for the main roll, right?
Yep.
Then
yep.
you can do stuff like that. But yeah, cool. You have the elixir tincture in hand. You fabricated what you're pretty sure is a pretty reliable fake while still keeping the original elixir intact. You like hold up the vials and look at them closely. You can see each of them has pure white liquid with a red stripe running through it, and the consistency looks almost exactly the same. You'd be surprised if Enoch's tests were able to tell the difference.
Amazing.
Bada boom, my friends. Now
Nice
what?
work.
Thank you.
We should hide the real elixir, not like on us. We should hide it on us and give this to Urza.
Like up my butt?
Yes.
No,
Child, what have I told you about that suggestion?
no, just like on your person. Somewhere hygienic.
Yeah.
You're theoretically the one who's going to be drinking from it later.
Okay, so Esther, how about you hold the fake because you just love carrying stuff.
No.
And we give the real one
No.
to someone reliable.
Absolutely not. We've been over this. You carry the fake, and that's that. I carry the real one. Let's go.
Well, where are you gonna put it?
I sew it into my stuff. I sew it into my clothing. I pull out a needle and thread, and I say, "Bite me," and then I sew it into my clothing.
You, Lily,
Like
you hear
your flouncy hat.
Lily, you hear Modra like growl in the distance, like, "I wish."
Amazing. I guess we head out to Urza's then.
Wait, we're not going to Urza.
Oh, I guess we head out to no, because Urza has to make the meeting happen.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. So let's just figure out the exact plan of what you all want to do real quick, because you if you go talk to Urza, you'll hand him the fake. He'll set up the meeting with Enoch. The fake will be tested. When it passes mustard, you'll get into the meeting with Enoch. That's what you want to do. Okay. All right. Okay. So with that in mind, you all pack up, get yourself situated, and wander back through the hanging trees of Alagard Forest, through the sun-dappled leaves, back to the village of Cardine. You can see the town has returned to its state of normalcy after the festival has died down. There's still an air of suspicion and unease after Enoch's attempted assassination. Everybody's kind of walking around looking over their shoulders. Most of the festival stuff has been packed up and put away. And as you walk through town to get to the windmill, you can see a couple of people like eyeing you suspiciously. But you make your way back across the fields of grain to the windmill and find the door beneath it, giving a couple of quick knocks on the basement door, so Urza knows that it's you. It takes a few moments, but he creaks the basement doors open and glances up at all three of you. He says, Well, welcome back. And well done, I might say. It looks like you've all had a successful expedition, I hope.
We found
Right.
it.
You did. You did. That's...
I hold it up and
Wha-
kind of wiggle it around so it swishes.
I'll be. Urza, like, reaches out his hand and says, may I?
No, you may not.
I start holding it out and then I pull back.
He looks over at Esther questioningly and says, well, I'm going to have to take it if you want me to deliver it to Enoch.
One of us should go with you instead. We want to hold it the whole time.
He pauses for a moment and says, that won't work. Enoch's very suspicious right now for reasons I'm sure you can understand. He trusts me. If I bring anybody else along, he's going to get very uncomfortable.
And if you bring along the people who you're going to say found this incredible potion, it only makes sense, Urza.
He pauses for a moment and considers. Let me see. I think there needs to be some sort of role here to convince him, because he is not wanting to do this. So he looks up at you, Esther, and says, I understand that makes sense, but you have to understand the character of the man we're dealing with. Enoch is not one who's open to changes. He's especially now. I have to work on him, convince him that you're trustworthy first before bringing you to him. It's a matter of courtesy as far as he sees it.
And who's to say you're trustworthy?
Well, he glances like down into the windmill and like looks back up at you three and says, I would hope that since we're embroiled in this conspiracy together, we have a mutual sense of trust. But if you don't see it that way, and he gives you like a hard look.
I trust you just fine, but one of us is going to bring the potion to him directly for the testing, and that is that.
Interesting. What are you rolling to convince him?
May I roll provoke?
I think that fits. Yeah, I think that fits. Let me see here.
Cool. I love provoking people.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. All right. Let's see here.
I'm ready. I'm so ready to click this button.
So, do you want to do anything to create advantages for yourself beforehand? You know, before you make this big roll, or does anybody want to help? Right? Do you want to set this
I
up?
can help. Yeah, I already was sidelining in support of Esther, so you could say it's in my stature.
I disagree with
kinda
Esther.
lean in and
I
like
don't wanna
pop
help.
my chest a little bit, even though it doesn't really do much in my current body or my real one.
Okay. So
Work.
Florence doesn't want to help. Lily, you can do that. You can certainly stand up straight. If you want to help with teamwork mechanically, you can. You got to pick a skill and give me +1. So you could put like physique or something you have +1 in and say that. That's fine.
I'm gonna just tag provoke.
Oh yeah, that's fine too.
Yeah,
Do that.
I feel like Lily was helping me neg this guy.
Cool. All right, sounds good. Yeah, +1. Cool. Okay, oppose Urza's 4 will. Here we go.
Here we go.
Ooh, I rolled bad. Wow. Yeah, almost succeeded with style there. Okay. He looks at you, he looks at the potion, he considers his options, and he says, all right, I suppose. Which one of you is going with me?
I raise up an eyebrow at my compatriots.
Well, Esther had such a great idea here. I think Esther should go.
What? Wait, why would I be the one to go?
Well, you did suggest it.
No, hey, excuse me. We're gonna need a little sidebar over here.
We don't need a sidebar. You should go.
Sure. You're
Such
such
a great
smooth
idea.
talker. It's what you do.
Genius.
I guess I just assumed someone else would do the work. Fine, whatever. I'll do it.
But maybe take off your robe before you go anywhere?
Don't want to get caught in anything.
What?
You're
I'll get
wrong.
cold.
Trade with me. You can't walk in there with both.
But I hate being cold. And I'm taller than you.
Oh.
Think of my ankles.
You'll fit my cape just fine.
That is not true. I know
Rip it
for a
off and I
fact that I'm
shove it in
an
your
inch and a half.
arms.
Oh,
I start grabbing at your jacket.
get off me.
It'll be a refreshing change of style. It's fine.
Urza's giving you both like the weirdest possible look, and he glances over at Florence with a look that says, "Does this happen a lot?" And he like has like a sympathetic look on his face.
She just rolls her eyes and nods.
I'm gonna roll something for Urza here as you guys are arguing over this. You can both take fate points because I feel like we've tagged both of your troubles. It's hard enough being a teenager and a striking vanity.
Wait, I can have a fate point?
Yeah, you can have a fate point. Because
how did I
Urza's
get that?
gonna roll right now. Because you're you're arguing with Ester and like tugging the robe off of them right in front of the guy you're trying to trick. Like okay. Let's roll empathy. That makes sense for him.
Fuck.
8? Oh my god.
Urza watches the robes getting yanked back and forth, and he just kind of smiles and nods. So what happens with this altercation between you two? Who wins out? Because Ester definitely understands what Lily's trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But Esther also doesn't want it to have cold ankles.
Sure. I knew Tony understood. I didn't know if Ester did, but yeah. Okay.
Shoot. Can we just like do a straight up and down rolls to see what happens?
Yeah, just do physique, I think. You're wrestling over the coat.
Okay. All right.
Yank. So yeah, Lily unceremoniously yanks Esther's robe off of them. Esther, what are you wearing underneath the robe?
It
You're
looks
not still in the armor, right?
no.
No.
No, underneath the robe, I'm wearing a much too fancy outfit, a collared shirt that is sort of a deep purple with a white ascot with a brocade, like a large jeweled brocade. And that is sort of tucked in. The shirt is sort of like a little flowy, and at the arms and at the torso, and then it's tucked into a tight pair of trousers with boots. No, that's not true. A tight pair of trousers with like flats or something like that.
What was that word you said? Brocade?
Yeah.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
That's because I used the wrong word.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's a brooch.
Okay.
A brocade is a pattern.
Okay, all right. I was like, I've never heard of that before.
Before Herza reacts with empathy, or whatever, I will say I like look over at him first and kind of notice that he's watching us, and then I become a little more self-aware, and I Esther, no, you're going by a different name. I should call you Lindworm. You want to make a good impression. You don't want to be too overdressed. You're a traveler. It makes sense. He doesn't know you, and you just need to be a little bit more low key. My cape, it's gonna make the right impression. I promise.
It's gonna leave the impression of a peasant. Ugh.
Exactly. Sometimes that's better.
Disgusting, but on with it.
Humility in the face of Enoch is not a bad call, he says, turning to Lily. I applaud your, yes. He nods. Lily, you can roll empathy for me if you want.
Do it.
Yeah. He's not buying it. he's completely seen through you. He is not buying it. But he's not saying anything. He's going along with it.
Amazing.
So
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you back here once you got a meeting scheduled.
I suppose so. Lindworm, are you ready to leave right now?
Yes, yes.
Excellent. All right. He exits the underground portion of the windmill and shuts the doors behind him, pulls his belt and pants up a bit, and says, "Let me go secure us a carriage. It's a bit of a ride up there."
Hmm.
He wanders off across the field. Unless there's anything else anybody wants to do, we can just fast forward.
Will I have time to talk to him one-on-one in the
Yes.
carriage?
Yes.
hoping to have an opportunity to maybe fix my gun.
Totally. You can make a roll right now to try to do that if you want.
Okay.
I forgot that you have a gun.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm not a gun person, but it is a nice gun. Okay, so I assume that would be another crafts roll, or should it be something else?
Yeah, I think crafts is pretty appropriate there, and you're just cleaning a wet gun. It's not going to be that hard. It's going to be difficulty 1. Got it. No problem. The gun is no longer wet. Okay. Just get some towels and dry the thing off.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. It takes a few moments, but Urza eventually comes back with 2 horses and a carriage. He rides them through the field up the road to the windmill and pats the seat by him, Esther, for you to hop on. He says, "We should be back in a few hours after I arrange the meeting. Be ready to roll as soon as we get back.
Good luck.
Enoch will not want to be kept waiting. Of course, of course." Esther, I'm assuming you climb up on the carriage and the wagon, rather, and Urza gives a whip to the horses, and you ride off. You ride far out of Cardine Village, over a few hills until you start to take a left, and the forest and grasslands of the surrounding venue begin to fade away and give way to cold rocks, like shale mountains, more of a cliff biome. And you ascend a winding pathway that makes its way up into these mountain switchbacks. You're riding along for about an hour before you can finally see a form of a tall castle built into the side of a mountain, looming ominously over the landscape. You could see its shadow and the shape of it from Cardine Village, from pretty much anywhere in the village because of how high up it is. But this far up, it appears much more imposing than you previously anticipated. In fact, I can activate that if you want. It's a little grander in this image than I had imagined, but, I'm working with what I got. There is a mountain path that winds its way up through the castle, and despite the sun and the general summer of the surrounding environs in Cardine Village, there is a cloud of snow that hangs over the castle and falls endlessly.
I'm sorry, did you say that it's less grand or more grand?
Less, slightly less,
Oh, okay.
slightly
Yeah.
less. Not
Okay.
so Disney as this picture appears to be. Okay, so it takes you about an hour and a half to get up there, Esther. What if any do you discuss with Urza on the way? He mostly stays silent.
I think I want to tell him that the potion is fake.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. So you're riding along. At what point in the journey do you bring this topic up? Like as you're nearing the castle, or before you even set out?
I feel like it's got to be as we're nearing, like shortly before we get out.
Okay,
The worst timing.
sounds good.
I mean, yes, but I feel like that's just what it needs to be.
So you're riding through this mountain pass, and you can see as you come up to like a barred portcullis gate that is open and raised. There are 2 Hollow Knight guards standing on either side with rifles, watching the wagon ascend. And Urza like gives them a wave as you lean over.
So, you must be aware, this potion is not the real potion. You know this, yes?
He turns to you and gives you a look, and he says, "Excuse me?"
If anything happens, I just thought you should know. If I'm being honest, Urza, I'm starting to take a liking to you.
He glances up the mountain pass and says, "You, ha, I see. I knew something was up. I knew you all were hiding something. I just didn't realize that it was that. We're going to be killed if they discover it. You realize that, right?"
No, that peasant is a wonder child. It'll pass muster.
He frowns slightly and says, "I hope you're right. If you have empathy, you can, if you'd like to, you can roll it at this moment."
When Esther compliments me, I sneeze.
God, I don't know if I do have empathy. I guess I'll roll it.
No, you have no idea. Okay. So the wagon continues ascending through the portcullis gate up to a bridge that leads across this like wide mountain expanse and crosses over into the castle grounds proper. The castle looks very old. You're pretty sure it was built a long time before like any of the Hands of Death nonsense happened, before Death even died. It looks like it's from a bygone era. And Urza pulls the wagon up and steps off. And he walks up to this like these 2 huge like wooden doors of the castle, and there's a little tiny door built into these 2 wooden doors, so you don't have to open the big gates all the time. And he comes up to that, and there's like 4 Hollow Knight guards standing there, and like a ton more in the courtyard as you get out. They seem to recognize Urza though, so they're not immediately firing. He gets out and he knocks a few times on the small door on the big gate, and the door slowly opens, and there is this female face that you see peek out of the castle door. And Ester, you're looking at it and you're like, oh, it's a woman, and then you look a little closer and you're like, oh, that's a porcelain face, like it's a porcelain mask. And you can see this, you're pretty sure now looking closer that it might be a Hollow Knight, but it's a Hollow Knight that has on a long red dress that covers its entire body, and it has a porcelain face like that of a doll. And it leans its face out of the door expressionless from the shadows and stares at Urza for a moment. And Urza just looks at it and says, "Good afternoon. We are here to see Master Enoch. We have, I believe, we have acquired I believe we've acquired the elixir. I have a few friends who are incredibly good at finding places, going on expeditions, and I think they've found exactly what you've been looking for." She pauses for a few moments, the mask like unmoving, and glances up at Urza and then gives one nod, and then turns around and walks off into the castle, shutting the door behind her. Urza like lets out a sigh of relief and turns back towards you, Ester, and says, "I always feel so uncomfortable talking to her. I don't know, there's just something about it not being fully human that puts me off." It takes a few more moments before the door opens again, and you see the same porcelain-faced Hollow Knight step out. She steps out with the red dress on, and she has a silver tray on with 2 bottles in it. And there's 2 other Hollow Knights who are dressed in like these like they're not dressed any differently. They just have like armor on. They come out. They set out a small table right outside the front gate here, upon which the porcelain woman sets the tray down. It has 2 glass vials in it, one with like a greenish fluid and the other with a blackish fluid. And she uncorks the blackish fluid bottle and holds it out. And you can tell she's waiting for the elixir.
Hospitality here is tremendous. And I pull out the fake elixir.
Urza gives a grin. She reaches out and takes it, looks at it, turns it this way and that, stares at it. She doesn't say anything, and her expression doesn't change this entire time because it's a mask. And she uncorks the elixir and then pours a slight drop into the black vial and then caps it. You wait for a moment as the elixir spins around. You see like a white bead going into this black liquid, and then the entirety of the black liquid coalesces and transforms into a white substance exactly the same as the elixir. The porcelain face picks up the vial, shakes it a bit, peers into it, and then uncorks the other green vial and pours a drop into that one and closes it and shakes it a bit more and waits. Urza holds his breath, stands there watching it for a moment, and then Ester, you watch as a small red stripe slowly begins to appear, winding its way up through the elixir, to the point where it looks very similar to the fake you've created. It lasts for maybe a minute or so while the porcelain woman is examining it, and then she shakes it once, and the vial resets to the liquid in the vial resets to its natural black color. She sets the vial down, glances over at Urza, gives a single nod, and then Urza says, "Ha! Wonderful. I'm very happy that Enoch will finally have the answers he seeks, as I'm sure you will be," he says awkwardly, and the porcelain face woman just doesn't react at all, and he says, "Right. Right. So, we would love to have a meeting with him, although there is the matter of payment, various other favors that the discoverers would like. I would like all 3 of them to be here for that. One of them insisted on coming to make sure that there was no under-the-table business going on, which I can't blame them for. If you wouldn't mind, I can go fetch them. They can be here in a few hours, if you can prepare the sitting room for them." She stares at him, a blank face. A couple of snowflakes fall outside. There's a beat, and then she just gives a single nod. He says, "Wonderful!" He turns to you, Ester, and says, "Wonderful! It worked! Wonderful! Yes, well, see you then." And she nods and then turns and wanders back inside the castle and shuts the door. And you're both standing out there in the courtyard with snow falling around you. Urza turns around and says, "Back to the wagon, then. Back to the wagon."
Uh-huh. That was success.
Well, it passed the test. Enoch doesn't meet with any of these elixir claimers personally anymore. He used to, but I think, given the current circumstances, he's certainly against doing that at the moment. Shall we? He climbs back on the wagon.
I feel my sore rump and get in the wagon to go back down the rocky mountain.
He yaws the horses, and you both head out. As you're leaving the castle, he turns to you and says, "So, we should talk about what our exact plan is once we get into the meeting with Enoch. Yes?"
Yes. Can this wait for my compatriots? They would love to hear this, I'm sure.
Oh, really? I just would have thought that somebody with, your brain, your head, your ideas would have the thing all figured out already.
I think of it more as delegating to the pawns than anything else. However, if there's something in particular you think that I, the queen, should know.
He considers for a moment. There's no information I can provide to Her Majesty yet.
Then fine. And I lean back against the cushion.
He continues to think as you ride out from the castle gates and start to head down the rocky path again. And he says, once Enoch is killed, there is the matter of who will have to take over this region. Yes?
I had assumed it you, Urza. Are you not up to the task?
Oh no, I'm quite up to the task, he says, looking at you. He gives you a hard look, like he's studying you, and then he says, if that's the way you feel about it, then we're on the same page. He gives a smile, and then the carriage continues rumbling down the road. While this is happening, Lily and Florence, was there anything you wanted to do?
I feel like I should be studying something. I feel like I should be snooping around more at this windmill and seeing if I can find anything. Was there other people here?
There was two. Yeah, there was two other revolutionaries. There was Izima and there was Yorick who were helping out. Izima was the one who took the shot at Enoch while he was in the square.
Excellent. Lily, I feel like we should be coming up with a plan while they are away, trying to make sure that this works. For what we're gonna do at the meeting.
Okay, sure.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So we go into the meeting, we go into the room, and let's assume that the potion is like convincing enough because you did a good job. It looks really real. I mean, I'm not a potion master, but it looks good. And then he comes in and he's got a staff and he's got his bodyguards. What do you think we should do?
Oh, wait. What was Enoch's the things that
The
we kill
relic?
them? The relic.
You guys don't know
What's
what his relic is yet. Urza suspected it was his wife's hollow knight, like that porcelain face thing that Ester just encountered. But
Yes.
you don't know for sure.
Well, those hollow knights are pretty easy to take out.
I do have my fun fancy sword and I kind of like twirl it around for a second.
And it has been a hot minute since I've, killed anyone recently. It's
been too
quite
long.
riveting. I hate to admit it.
So we go in. Do we all go in together? I mean, I'm assuming because like Esther cannot not talk about us. Esther just loves us so much. It's so cute. So Esther probably said that there was three of us. I was thinking, we could sneak you in somewhere else, but no, we'll all have to go in together, and we'll talk to Enoch, and he'll probably. I wonder if he'll take the potion in front of us. Wouldn't that be interesting?
I mean, he's been waiting for how long? I'm sure he won't want to waste a single moment.
Single moment. Okay, so wait, did your potion did you like happen to put in any like fun side effects if someone drinks it?
Unfortunately,
It was
not.
tricky.
Yeah.
What?
I said no. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, darn. I wanted
Okay,
to
so
say that I snuck in a little bit, but not enough to do any major damage.
no. Okay, so he drinks it and just nothing happens except for us. Surprise attack. And then we
Wait.
attack
What
him.
if? Wait, I have an
Yeah.
idea. What if we induced a fake hallucination?
Oh, what's a fake hallucination?
What if I worked worked a little something something and put like he drinks the potion and then bam, smoke bomb.
Oh, a smoke bomb. Do you have any smoke bombs?
Of course. I mean, I could whip one up. I mean, no, but yes.
But we could have one. I wonder if the other two people who are in this room with us would want to mix smoke bomb. Are they just like watching us talk?
Oh no, you can both be secluded while you're having this discussion.
Okay.
Because if we could get him to just take the potion and then he's never done it before, he's not going to know what it's like. What if I just bought us a little extra time?
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
From
a
when
smoke
he takes
bomb.
the potion give him a little something something in the room to
Mhm.
get him distracted, and then we can yeah, kill the guards, including hopefully his little wife guard lady.
Wife guard lady. I mean, he definitely wants to bring the wife guard lady, Elsa is her name, right?
Yes.
Back to life. And I wonder if that would how we take her out. Because we do need to
Think
find her relic.
think
And if
about
she's a relic and I stab her with my fancy death sword, whose name I forgot, which is why I keep calling it fancy death sword. Hold on.
It's on your it should be on your sheet.
can we
Kill heart.
rewind?
Killheart.
Can we rewind, because I thought Esther got the tingles and things when they were around relics.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
They normally do. They didn't feel any particular tingle around the Elsa bot.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
Uh,
suspicious.
What,
Okay.
Okay.
normally, well, shoot. Actually, that's a very good point. Esther, can you please roll me a notice roll at difficulty 2?
I can. Can I challenge in that, like, if it's a particularly powerful relic, I would think that the want and desire would be very strong.
It would
Oh, no.
be okay. I think we've established. Well, okay. I would drop the. I would say you could make a crafts roll or a notice roll, but they're equal. So I think notice is more appropriate. I'll drop it down to a difficulty of just 1, because there is like interference that you're gonna have to
Sure.
cut through to notice it.
Okay.
Got it.
Oh boy. Okay, good.
Pass with a consequence. Okay, or a half success. So
No, I'm sorry. I'm an obsessed artist who finds success with death,
okay.
and so I'm gonna add a 2 to that.
Okay. Go ahead and hit that fate point button.
Mhm.
It's pretty sweet. And then, okay, so while that whole potion testing was happening, you could sense that inside the Elsa Knight, the Elsa Hollow Knight, inside the porcelain-faced Hollow Knight, there was a relic of particular power directly within the thing's chest.
Okay. Well, then, to be clear, I spent basically that whole scene just shallowly breathing and staring at it.
Nice. Cool. Watching it closely. All right.
Amazing. Okay.
So if
Um,
what we think is true, which would be that Elsa is in some way, shape, or form the relic,
Yeah.
which I'm sure Esther will confirm, it'll be with us in the meeting or nearby, which is all the more reason to just distract in the moment, right?
We will need to give Esther an opportunity to change the relic. So, a smoke bomb. I think you should start making a smoke bomb right now. Maybe 2. 2 is good because we'll have to skedaddle out
I
of
think
there.
what I'm thinking is like a hallucinogenic. Yeah.
A
Let me-
hallucinogenic. Like, we don't all want to be hallucinating.
Right. Okay. Well, that's fair.
It'd
don't
be
mind a
harder,
little
but you could make a hallucinogenic bomb, and then you could also make inoculations against it that you could give to your teammates before you went in.
Huzzah. I've
Oh, I
got
love
my
it.
work cut out for me.
But don't worry, I'll help you because I've studied things.
That's right. Yes.
I'm a professor.
This is why we're a good team.
You know, this is true of all of my friends in real life who are educators in some form or another. They, at various times, will say, "It's okay. I'm a professor. I've studied things."
It's true, and we have way too much confidence in that ability.
I've looked up all sorts of things. Yeah. Okay, do we want to make these?
Yeah.
Okay. Crafts roll, difficulty 2.
Should I roll differently for each potion?
No. We'll just roll it up into one thing. And then I believe that Florence is helping you, so give yourself a +1.
Well, since I had the idea and didn't pull it off last time, I think this time I'm taking this super serious and I'm gonna need some heat to do my cooking.
Okay.
So I'd like to build a fire.
Okay. Create an
Are
advantage.
we like in the kitchen of the windmill?
I am creating a makeshift kitchen. I'm getting down to business.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's more. Yeah. Totally. You can create an advantage for yourself with crafts beforehand. Let's just say let's try to create the advantage an incredibly good place to work.
Yes.
I think that makes sense. Okay. So creating an advantage, you have to roll against, I think it's just passive. We're going to say it's passive. So yeah, beat a difficulty 2 crafts roll.
Fun.
Nice job.
Got it?
All right.
Nice. Okay. So yes,
Woo.
advantage created. Got it?
And then I just roll again?
Yeah, so that becomes an aspect that you get a free invoke on, and then you could roll again and you get a free invoke for the +2, or the reroll, should you choose. Got it. So you could succeed with style if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you tell me what it looks like when you're making these things.
It's since I'm working inside, it is smoky. The two NPCs in the background are starting to like hack and cough, and they all exit. Sorry about that.
Yeah, they're like stumbling outside. They're like starting to see colors at the edges of their vision and like shaking their heads, getting some fresh air.
Yeah, it is a multitude of colors. I would say a lot of like pinks and purples and then I kind of throw in some more leaves, and then it's like a poof of green kind of mixing in, and I'm like very, very witchy about it. It's wonderful. It's magnificent.
Cool.
I'm very in the zone.
Nice.
And I'm able to make more than enough antidote. I think because it's with style, I'm gonna have some leftover antidote. So that we won't be affected, but I am creating a very strong hallucinogenic property that will very much like mushrooms or like magic mushrooms, where like you're gonna like be very introspective. So it's gonna it should fool blah, 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 Enoch into seeing what he wants to see, is kind of the idea, but also creating that very like smoky barrier so that he'll be so busy looking at what he wants to see, and also creating a barrier in the room so it's very hazy so we can move around without being as noticed. So he'll be distracted and will be disguised. It's epic.
Yeah, I think he'll know that something is up because it's a smoke bomb, right? So like he doesn't know how the elixir is going to manifest, but suddenly there being smoke everywhere, he might get a little suspicious. But the hallucinogens will definitely help. So when you succeed with style at creating an advantage, which I'm pretty sure is what you're doing here, you get 2 free invokes on that. So you have that aspect to call on at a later date. You also narratively get the ability to do this stuff on top of that. So sweet. So you both create those. Urza and Ester eventually make their way back to the windmill. Urza hops off the wagon. And he looks at you, Esther, and he says, "All right, let's get this show on the road." He rubs his hands together.
Oh, it went well. Excellent. Did it go well?
Whoa, wait, what?
You
It
two
worked?
emerge
it
from the
worked.
windmill. Yeah.
I am having the best day ever. I'm like hopping into the carriage, just giddy.
Worked like a charm. They didn't suspect a thing, he says, looking at you two. You could have just confided in me, you know. I would have played along. I mean, Lindworm here had full faith in your abilities, Beatrice.
I sneeze.
I go over to Esther and I shove them.
Just shove me.
Yep.
Uh,
And then I get in the car.
I
Not the
got-
car, the thing.
I guess I fall over.
What? Urza's like, Urza doesn't know what to do. He climbs in the wagon. Actually, sorry, he doesn't. He heads down into the windmill for a moment. He says, I'm going to let our conspirators know what we're about to do.
I feel like they have an idea, but all right.
Yeah,
Heads
you
down.
should ask how their breathing is and if they're seeing anything that isn't actually there. Just check in. They'll be fine.
Beatrice, what have you done?
We've come up with some plans.
The best plans?
So this is a moment where Urza is not there, and you three are in the wagon alone.
Did you find the relic?
Yes, I found the relic. It's the armor as predicted.
Ay.
So I should be clear, that notice roll told you it wasn't the entire Elsa Hollow Knight. It was something inside the chest of the Hollow Knight.
Okay. We're going to need to disable it somehow. I'm going to need to be able to reach in and grab hold of whatever it is that's inside the armor piece.
Well, I've got Kill Heart, thanks to you, and we've come up with a smoke bomb. And by we, I mean the marvelous, the one and only Lilith.
I've got a real future in this.
Yes, that's great. And now remind me, is this the smoke bomb that works on the immortal bodiless creatures who are
really
all armed
strong.
with guns?
Really strong. I don't know about the Hollow Knights,
No,
but you know.
no.
It will not affect the Hollow Knights.
What we are effectively doing is distracting Enoch. So you can work your magic on Miss Elsa over there, and then I can take down the rest of the Hollow Knights with my crossbow and my fists.
With your crossbow and your fists. You know what? It's a wonderful plan. I love it.
It's gonna go great.
Mm-hmm.
And Molly, you've got a weapon, right? Do you have a stealth weapon?
No, mine's very blatant.
I'm assuming this will be heavily guarded. Should I give you the gun? I don't really want to make a bunch of noise.
I can hold it for you, I guess. It'll probably be taken off of me when we enter.
But you have a little dagger, right?
I have my cane.
You have your cane. That's right. Okay.
Also,
That's fine. Just get ready to use it.
just to remind, in case anybody forgot, Enoch does have a staff that lets him control the weather. Like, that was something Urza told you as well. That's why he's super dangerous.
Yes, he can make it overcast, whatever.
Okay, cool. Urza exits the windmill, and he says, They're overjoyed. They're overjoyed, he says. I, myself, am also overjoyed. This has been a problem for a few weeks I've had to figure out. Sorry, a few months. All right. Ready? Climbs into the wagon. Perfect. And he gives like a to the horses, and you start your ascent. And let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back and figure out what happens to Enoch.
Yeah.
Figure out what happens to us more like, all right, here we go.
Okay, we're muted. Be back in a bit. Oh, shit, we're not muted. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for chilling. We are just about to head up to Enoch's castle to confront him, but before we do that, Ester needs to heal their gunshot wound, or at least start the recovery process. Florence is going to try to help in this wagon bouncing around on the way up to the castle.
Can I ask, like, it's a wagon, right? It's like open air, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Herza is like at the front.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean like one or more of us are at the front with Herza and the other two are at the back, or what's the deal there?
You can have, so it's like a simple cart wagon. So you could have one person sitting next to Urza on the bench at the front, and then the other two would be riding in the back.
Okay.
Well, I enthusiastically wanted to, at the very least, sit with Florence so that I could banter on and on about my grand plans to open up my own potions shop one day.
Ooh.
I like it, and I'm like nodding along, and then I see Esther picking at the wound, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Stop touching it!"
No, touching it more makes it heal faster.
It does not. It does not. Let me help you. And I'm like leaning over Lilith and trying to take a look.
Oh, get away from me!
Oh, it actually looks like it's doing pretty good, except for this red part where you keep picking at it. You know, I've read a lot about healing, and I think I could help you out, definitely.
So, Professor, run that by me one more time. You've heard a lot about healing?
I've read a lot. You know, actually, I feel like I need a new aspect that is just how hard could it be?
Dude, a new aspect.
Maybe
Oh, that's
next time.
such a good aspect. Yeah. That'd be great. Or like a stunt, like
Oh,
to do
gosh.
that. That'd
Yeah.
be cool. Okay, but anyway,
Next time.
yeah. So you could go ahead and make a difficulty 2 lore roll.
Okay, but what is this actually? Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
so what this does is that it starts the healing process. So you rename the thing now. Instead of it being gunshot wound or grazed by gunshot, you rename it to like healing wound, right? Or something along those lines. And then one scene after this action, we erase it entirely because it's a mild consequence.
Nice.
Okay, but like in the open air, as we're going up this mountain, I'm just curious, what does this look like?
Yeah.
What are you
Oh.
doing?
Well, in my studies of what's the word for something like, okay, so in my studies of vintage healing, I learned that if you just lick it, it gets better.
Sir.
So you're licking
So I licked
Esther's
the wound.
shoulder. You sure can. What? But you succeeded. Like, all right, sure.
Okay, but
You live in
okay,
a
no, I
magical
need to
world.
know the exact mechanics of this. Where am I? Where are you?
You're in the front seat next to Urza, and I'm leaning over. Lily, and I open up your clothes and I just lick your wound.
Do you realize, Stephanie, what you're doing to me right now? Do you realize what you're doing? You're saying, because you succeeded on this roll, what you're telling me is that this actually works in this world.
It does. Lore. Yeah.
I don't like this. I don't like this power.
Wait, but suddenly I realize what's happening. You guys, I have medicine. What is going
No,
on?
we don't need it. We don't need it.
My spit
You
is
just,
medicine
if you have
enough.
if you have enough intent for this to work, it works out. And look, watch. And then like the redness starts to recede.
And while this is going on, Esther is absolutely rigid, looking straight ahead, and furiously whispers, "Alagard, this is a lick too far."
Urza like mumbles something about like country bumpkins and their strange customs, and then keeps driving the cart.
I feel like I can end my role here on Hands of Death with that. That was like the best idea I've ever
That's
had.
perfect. Florence can
But-
die now.
Question:
Dina.
is it possible to succeed with style on a roll like that?
Yeah, it is, but it doesn't really. Oh, I mean, it would get you a it's an overcome action, right? So it would get you a a beneficial aspect. Which you definitely would have, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, the rules don't technically say this, but I think it makes sense. Let's do that. So go ahead and change that aspect, Esther, to like healing, or something along those lines.
Yes, done.
Okay, and then I will add a new situational aspect for Florence. For Esther, actually, anybody. I'm just gonna call it a well-licked wound.
That's one of my favorite children's stories in this world.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it gets one free invoke anytime that this would be relevant. You can do it. Good luck, finding a place where that's relevant, but
Challenge accepted.
I'm afraid of what that relevant timing would be.
yeah, me too. All right. Cool. So
Wait, where is it located? Your wound?
It's on my left shoulder, like on the back, just to the upper left of my shoulder blade.
You're gonna be seducing someone someday. Your shirt will be off. And not having a gnarly scar. It's gonna work.
Wait, no, Esther does not seduce people.
Esther is seduced.
No. Oh God, no, absolutely not. No. People are seduced.
I
but
see.
Esther does not seduce.
All right. I'm just saying it could come in handy.
Yuck.
That well-licked wound.
Hey, gosh, Esther, that wound, it looks so well licked.
Your wound, it's so glistening and well treated.
It's a little frothy.
Oh. Okay. I hope you're happy with what you've done, Stephanie.
I'm so happy.
All right.
Good thing you've read all those books.
Urza continues driving the cart and ascends to a higher part of the world. You start climbing the mountain pass, winding up until you see the large imposing castle getting closer and closer. And eventually, you come to the open portcullis, cross through it, past the two Hollow Knights guarding the entrance, across the bridge, across the mountain chasm, and into the courtyard of Enoch's castle itself. A light snowfall drifts by all around you and coats the ground in a thin layer of ice and frost. Urza steps off of the wagon, his boots crunching in the snow, and he makes his way up to the door to give it a knock. He pounds 3 times on it. The door opens, and peering out, Florence and Lily now see for the first time the porcelain face of Elsa, or at least the Hollow Knight that bears her likeness, you would assume. She comes out wearing her full red dress as before, steps slightly to the side of the small door, and bids you all enter with a wave of her hands. What do you do?
I'm looking
No, we go
around
in.
shifty. I'm a little nervous.
You're looking around in the courtyard, Lily. You do notice in the courtyard itself there are 4 Hollow Knight guards just on patrol outside, and you can see a couple more on the castle walls as well. This entire place, I would say, is swarming with Hollow Knight guards. In fact, that would be a great aspect to add to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, is the aspect swarming with easy-to-handle Hollow Knight guards that you can shoot and fight with your fists?
Swarming with guards. I mean, inhuman, fully autonomous guards that will obey any order that their master gives them. Yes, that would be what it is.
Made of armor.
Made of armor. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I was just checking.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what you see. The courtyard is, empty, devoid of any plant life. It's just gray dirt and dust, and the frost from the snow falling up above. Urza gestures to the 3 of you. Come on.
I go in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You walk into the castle, and the first thing you notice is that the entirety of this place is built out of this cold bluish stone. There are high vaulted ceilings up above you that end in arches, so the entire place is very echoey and ominous. You can hear your steps on the tile floor beneath you reverberating with every step you take. And you smell a clean, clear sort of smell, the kind that can only come when you're in an incredibly cold and sterile environment. Urza enters behind you all and shuts the door, leaving the wagon and the horses to be tended to by the Hollow Knight guards, and makes his way at the back of your little group. You all watch as the Elsa Hollow Knight begins to proceed forward through the winding halls of the castle. And as she leads you along, it's difficult to not get lost in this maze-like building. While it's certainly smaller than the picture on Foundry suggests, it's definitely still large and imposing. In fact, it's actually big enough to get lost in.
Ooh.
I whisper to Florence, hey, maybe use that big brain of yours to remember how to get out of this place.
I will do my best.
Have Esther and I swapped coats back?
I don't know, have you?
Can we flash back
Sure.
to a short scene on the wagon?
Sure, totally.
No, I must say, I actually find it quite fetching. You can keep that raggedy old thing of mine.
But fine. I don't even care.
So Lily currently has Esther's coat with the real elixir sewn into it.
Which is the only reason why I'm okay with it, because I really want my cloak back. But
Right.
I also would much rather have the real elixir. So that's fine.
Elsa leads you through these winding halls and eventually ascends a staircase to an upper room that is enclosed with what looks to be a glass door. So it's like a door where the frame itself is made out of metal, and then there's a full glass pane that covers the door so you can easily see into the room while the door is shut. And there are wire sculptures across the door that look like plants and birds and animals flitting about. It's a very odd, aesthetically designed door, especially because the rest of the doors you've seen in this place have either been metal or wood. And she reaches out for a handle, gives it a twist, and presses the door open. She brings you into this cold room, which has a wide open window that overlooks the wide mountain pass, and there are a couple of red, comfortable couches here, as well as a table directly in the center of the room. There is a staircase in this room as well that seems to lead higher up into the castle. It looks like some sort of audience room or a place where the castle's master would accept guests in a little bit more of an intimate setting. Elsa walks over to the wide window that overlooks the entirety of the mountain pass and stands by it, folding her hands across her red dress. Looking out the window, you can tell that through the glass, the drop would be pretty far down, probably about 30 feet, maybe a little more, and there would be sharp rocks along the edges of it. Urza enters the room behind all of you and stands at the entrance, the door you came in, and folds his hand in front of himself as well. What do you three do? How do you position yourselves?
There is glass on the window, or is the window open?
There is glass. Imagine it like a wide glass viewing window. Okay. So like it's probably 15 feet across and 10 feet high, and it's just this full pane of glass that looks out from the castle.
I go over to the windows and I look out.
You see the far mountain passes beyond. You see the rocky crags below. This window in particular is built into the side of the castle that it's almost like a sheer drop off the side of the mountain. And if you look far enough, you can see the houses and chimneys of Cardine Village far away to the south.
I look around awkwardly and sit down on a couch.
Okay. It's comfortable, especially considering you've been sitting in a wagon all the way up here. Esther, how about you?
Hmm. I join Florence at the window.
Okay. It takes a few moments. And then, descending the staircase, you hear the tromp, tromp, tromp of many feet. Enoch appears, walking down, staff in hand. He is ringed by 5 Hollow Knight guards behind him. Urza gives a smile as Enoch appears, as he descends downward. Ah, Enoch! So good to see you again. I hope I didn't disturb you, but I figured with the recent discovery you would be up for— Silence, Urza, silence. I have no need for your petty, paltry flattery today. I care only about this elixir. I heard the test was successful? Yes? There's an air of desperation in Enoch's voice, and on his face you can see a hopefulness that probably hasn't appeared there for quite some time. Where is it? Give it to me. Urza's like looking at you three to see if you want him to jump in or if you three want to take it.
Who has the fake elixir? I thought we gave it to him. Actually, I thought we gave it to Elsa.
She gave it back.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You guys gave it back.
So Esther has it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, so many ways to take this. Okay. Can we actually have like a moment out of character to
Totally.
just sort of
Totally.
strategize?
Yeah.
In fact, you folks strategize. I'm gonna run away for just a sec. Keep going.
Okay, run back when you're done. Okay, y'all. So my strategy usually is just sort of like saying mean things at people until they do what I want. I'm not 100% certain that's going to work here.
I think we should frustrate him and see if we can get him to like lash out.
Wait, what? Why? We need to inspire him to drink it immediately.
Yeah, but I think we should like tell the tale of how we got it, and as truthfully as we can, with the giant skeleton and the bear and the whole shebang.
Ooh,
And
make
then-
it really dramatic and theatrical.
Yeah,
And
and then
take your time.
and like talk over him. Anytime he like tries to interrupt us, just keep talking and see what happens.
Oh God.
I think he might just like try to kill us, but I guess at that point we're like, we like I have the vial in my hand. Don't do anything rash or something like that.
Or we could just give it to him and just be like, okay, here you go, and then smokes
I like
away.
your first idea.
So it's okay. Listen, I'm down to clown. All good for whatever. This room is swarming with guards.
Oh yeah.
We didn't
Did-
actually. The specific room we're in only has Elsa. Were there other guards that I missed?
Yeah, there's the tromping
Many
of
footsteps.
many guards.
Oh,
descending
you're right.
the
You're
room.
right. You're right. You're right. Okay.
We could just give it to him and then go right into the action. I kind of think we should break a window and throw someone out of it.
Yeah, I think that'll happen eventually.
Maybe
if
maybe
we
it's me,
break-
but who knows?
But if we break the window, then he can use his powers and bring in like storms and crap.
That's true.
Like,
It's
that
true.
would be
Keeping
really
him
cool and dramatic,
inside
though.
seems better.
I do like that. And I am standing next to Elsa, so I could just like just give her a little poke and then see what happens.
Okay. I think I like this. Okay, so
I'm
you're gonna
back.
poke Elsa. I'm gonna just kind of reach in there and see what happens. Meanwhile, Lily, you go
Jen,
buck wild
where?
with hallucinogen. What?
Reach and where?
Like on in there.
Unnoticed?
No,
it will be quite noticed, I'm
noticed.
sure.
In her body?
Yeah.
No, but that's why you're doing this whole like
Right. You gotta wait for me to throw the smoke bomb.
I almost feel like
Wait, rewind in the carriage. I gave you guys the antidotes.
Yeah.
We've already taken them.
Oh, okay, great.
Also, hold on. Can we do a flashback to the flashback that I did?
Uh-huh.
What?
On second thought, I want the coat. And
Nope. You made your decision. Nope. Nope.
The die
do
has
not
been
accept.
cast.
I
well,
do not.
but okay, but hear me out. I feel like if you're gonna throw a smoke bomb, you should also probably Ester and I, or sorry, I'm Ester. While Florence and I are doing, stuff over with this robot, that's not a robot, that I don't know. You should also have the fake potion, and maybe
want
even
me to have
I guess maybe the real potion also, and then like be like, aha, but wait, or I don't know, just really distract the heck out of this guy, while I just kind of do my best in there.
Yeah, he'll be distracted. But
Okay.
but
Okay.
but I will get my cloak back from you eventually.
But it's got like a rustic charm.
Not the priority here.
Oh.
So wait, we have not made any decisions, have we?
I think
Yep.
just being dramatic is the choice.
I liked the first idea,
Yeah.
but we don't have to keep it going until he reaches anger to the point of killing us.
I kind of want to see if he'll put down the staff, but we'll find out.
But I think
Oh, like if he drinks the potion with both hands like a chipmunk.
we want to make him impatient so he'll drink the potion in front of us. Or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Should we go?
If anyone can say an eloquent and long-winded story, I think it would be you, Florence.
Oh, all right. Let's go.
Right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not for elegance and maybe long-winded, but
So
not for
perhaps
elegance.
Esther hands it off to Florence, and then you make like a little dramatic blah blah blah, which also will distract, and then I can prep my sleight of hand for my moment. If it comes. Who knows?
Awesome. Yeah, so Urza's waiting to see what you do.
Great. So I step forward and I'm like, oh wait, Enoch is waiting for us for what to do, right?
I mean, they're both waiting. Enoch has
They're both
demanded the
waiting.
elixir. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Enoch, it is an honor to meet you. I have been looking for this elixir for a long time because I knew, and I had rumors that you were really searching for it. And we went through so much work, and I kind of spin around and I take the elixir away towards the windows, and I started talking about we found the forest, and we found this was it a bear? Owlbear? A bear?
It was a bear.
Modra. It was
Mudra.
a black bear.
And we found this bear, and this bear roared at us. And I'm like walking around the room a little bit, and I kind of come close to him, and this bear, we had to trick it. We had to trick it to get to this potion, and we had to trick it to tell us where the entrance was.
I don't care. I don't care.
Tricked it, and after we went into the pool of water, and
Give
the
me
water
the-
was so dangerous. And I
Give
walked
me the
away again,
elixir.
and we kept going, and we thought, okay, we got to get this for Enoch. And we started swimming down, and I feel I can keep going, guys, but you need to do something.
Is she broken? Give me the elixir. And he like starts walking towards Florence, hurriedly reaching his hand out.
And I keep walking a little bit faster with my cane, so we're just two old people with canes.
Okay.
Oh my god, we should push Enoch out the window.
We should push Enoch out the window. And then after we swam down, we saw this huge archway, and the archway was glowing, and it had all these stones, and we saw this fountain, and the fountain was glorious, and we thought, oh, this must be where the elixir is. There was so much of it, Enoch. And I turn around and I'll look at him as I'm walking backwards. And are y'all gonna do something?
I don't like what's happening.
I mean, I can keep talking on a story at some point.
Love! I yell. We did it because we believe in your love, your great love. And we just want you to know that. Because we love you. I fall on the ground. Like, ow.
Y'all, I think I'm gonna push Enoch out the window.
Please,
No!
please.
He needs to
And I-
drink it.
I'm like walking Enoch towards the windows and past you.
But I gotta yank that staff out of his hands because I want it. I
You
want
do.
it
You can
so
trip him.
bad.
So there's a full pane of glass in front of the window, so just tripping somebody up against it isn't... You're going to have to do a lot of force to break through that glass, right? I mean, kicking him through would do it, I guess, if you really put a lot of force behind it, but it'd definitely be a roll. What are we
gonna do that?
What are we
Or
doing,
we
gang?
let him drink the potion.
I see
We
that.
can. All right, let's let him drink the potion. Okay, so I
Okay.
keep talking, and I'm like, and then there's a skeleton, and you know what? It really doesn't matter. And I stop, and Enoch is like by the window, and I'm by the window, and I just give it to him, and I'm like, try it.
He looks really confused, especially because Lily just had that outburst about his love, and he like glares back at Urza, and he swipes the potion from your hands, and he says, "You're all insane. Although I suppose you have found this." He uncorks it. "I do owe you a debt of gratitude for that. Whatever you wish. Money, land, I can give it to you. Servants? Somebody brought back to life? Tell me." But
You can bring
first,
someone back to life.
yes, I am a Verdanthi. That is what we do. If you have their relic, I can do that.
Oh. Just like you brought her back to life?
Are you talking about Elsa?
Yeah.
He looks over at Elsa and then looks back at you and gives you a hard look, like a very angry look. And he says,
And I kick him in the shins.
"Okay, you just kick him with the
I-
shins? All right.
And I guess I pick up the nearest piece of furniture and throw it at the window.
Oh my god.
All right, Lily, what are you doing?"
My jaw is open.
On the floor?
To be clear, team, I still want him to drink the potion, but I want him to like really be desperate to work for it.
But
But
But-
kicked him.
I sure did.
But if he goes into battle mode, he's not going to drink the potion right now.
Well, I'm gonna try and take that staff away from him in any second now, but we have to let something happen.
Okay, we got to resolve a couple of things here. But Lily, what are you doing as your teammates do this?
I grab my crossbow.
Okay. All right. Florence, go ahead and give me a fight roll. I'll pose with Enoch's athletics.
Wait, I'm sorry. Just real quick. Not to be a prude or anything, but would the crossbow have been allowed inside?
They didn't seem to take any of your weapons away.
Great.
They didn't bother with that at the moment.
They didn't take the wizard's stuff. Sorry.
You would not deprive a poor 17-year-old of her crossbow.
No.
Okay. Or I think a better way to put that is that Lily had it well hidden. But anyway, let's roll athletics. Versus fight. So go ahead and roll fight, Florence. Whoa! Oh, you rolled twice. But anyway.
Did I? Oh.
Wait, the old man has a +3 to athletics?
Hey, he's an old adventurer. Like, he's been around. And he's not super old. He just has a beard.
That's ancient.
I don't know. He looks pretty super old in that.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah. I mean, this is an adventurer who's been to Death's Realm and back. Like he's seen some shit. He
He's
keeps
in Death's Realm. He's weak. He's a weak old man.
he keeps lean. So yeah, you
I want to. What is the motive? I want to understand why Florence would do that.
Oh, to keep him on his toes.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
you swing a foot out to give him a kick to the shins. He brings his staff down and just like knocks your feet out of the way, Florence. And he succeeds with style, so he sweeps his full staff underneath you and just trips you. And
Nice.
you hit the ground hard with a thump, and then he has the elixir in one hand and he turns around. Esther, that's when you hurl this piece of furniture at the window. So go ahead and give me an athletics roll for that.
Oh fuck
Like
yeah.
we're a
Beat it-
cartoon.
Beat a difficulty 1.
Yeah.
Difficulty. Oh my god.
I mean, it's not that hard to throw a piece of furniture through, but apparently not. Do you want to spend any fate points or anything?
Absolutely not.
Okay, all right. So you just pick up a chair, I'm guessing, or the table rather.
Can I say that I go to pick up a Chase Lounge and I straight
Just
up
can't.
can't pick it up?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you're just like, "Arr! Arr!" Okay, and then Lily, you have your crossbow out. What are you doing?
Da, 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 da. You gotta da and
Honestly,
shoot the
for
man.
the sake of the mission, I'm gonna try and shoot
Well.
Elsa.
Okay, you want to try and shoot the Hollow Knight, Elsa?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll. I'll oppose with athletics.
Gotta stick to the mission.
Yeah, what the heck, guys? We've never spent more time making a plan.
That's a tie. Do you want to spend any fate points?
Yes.
Okay,
Um.
if you have any to spend.
Yes. Yeah, I will do. Does what it takes. I'm a fighter.
Okay. Do you want to re-roll or get a +2?
No, +2.
Okay. I'm also going to spend a fate point.
Oh, damn it.
To tag the tough as nails aspect for the Hollow Knights and get a +2 as well. So we're tied again.
How rude.
Got anything else?
Hmm. Now's a good time to use that well-licked wound. Just kidding.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you fire the crossbow bolt. It sails past the Elsa bot. Now you do get a distraction. You do get a boost when you tie with this. So the boost I'll give you is momentarily distracted for the Elsa bot. Just
I'm
try-
going to die.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't spell the word distracted or momentarily, apparently. So it's a boost. It's transient, so it'll go away after it's used. It won't stick around like other aspects. Enoch like roars as he sees like the shot fired. He doesn't know what's going on with the Chase Lounge, but the kick in the shins and stuff. He steps back and he waves a hand at the guards and he says, "Shoot them, kill them now." And we're gonna go into combat. Who?
Oh, man.
What is everybody's notices?
Oh god.
Bad.
I'm a
Oh, sorry, did not mean to click.
Okay.
I'm a 1.
I'm also a 1.
I'm a 2, I guess.
You're 2. Okay. The Hollow Knight guards. Okay, the Hollow Knight guards go last, and then Enoch goes first, I believe. Hold on one second. His notice is actually high because he's always super paranoid. Urza. Okay, Urza goes after you. Okay, so Enoch like brings his staff up and slams it down on the ground, and you all see this like spark of lightning come out of the staff, and then 3 lightning bolts just leap from it and just go and stream towards all of you. So I need you all to roll athletics against his action here. Gonna roll crafts. Oh no, shoot. Sorry, it's shoot. So I roll a 4. So Lily, you're good. Florence takes a 1 shift hit, and Esther takes a 4 shift hit.
Yeah.
So deal with that with physical stresses and taking consequences as you will.
Okay.
I think that means I get a moderate consequence.
You should have stress boxes. Yeah, so you have your physical stress, right? So you can tick your 2. You can tick 1 and 2, and then yeah. So we can rename this to shoulder healing. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you have to take a moderate consequence from that. Let me see here.
I'll just never forget the guy that got struck by lightning, and then he couldn't regulate his body temperature.
What?
Oh, fun.
Is that
Yeah,
like a
like-
real thing?
Yeah, for this one person. Yeah.
Oh man.
And so he'll like, have a fever or be like really warm in like the winter. And then he'll like get really cold randomly. So it's weird. Don't get struck by lightning.
Seems like a bad idea. Ooh, just like in Benjamin Button.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you don't check off your stress boxes, Esther, because you can only check off one stress box per exchange, right? And you don't have a stress box high enough to deal with the shift of the hit, so just take a moderate consequence, and then your stress boxes will still be available. So, struck by lightning makes a lot of sense. You're not taken out yet, but you did get seriously zapped. Your clothes catch fire. There's like a ball of fire that consumes Esther's body. You feel a terrible shock run through your skin. Yeah.
What happens to Lilith's coat?
It catches fire. It's on fire.
Great.
Let's go ahead. Struck. We just go ahead. Struck by lightning to your sheet there. Okay. All right. So that was his go. Next up we have Ester. So you just got zapped. You're like on the floor twitching. You can pick yourself back up, or you can say you're taken out of the conflict, but then you have to take a consequence.
I honestly don't know what I think I'm gonna do here. So can you remind me the Alagard? Oh shoot, the one, the fancy one. Shit, the
Elsa?
Elsa. Thank you. Is it like? Can you remind me with Hologuards? Are there any gaps out of which you can like witness some light of the soul fire? Or
With the normal ones, there's like slight gaps in the armor you can see. With Elsa, she's completely covered in the dress, and her neck is enclosed with her face, so you don't see any soul light leaking out. In fact, she seems much more securely put together than the other Hollow Knights.
oh,
And my crossbow didn't even hit her?
No, it didn't. It pinged off of the side of her face, but it didn't do any damage. But you get a boost, which is momentarily distracted. That's the free invoke for tying it.
Gosh, do y'all have suggestions? I feel like my only option is kind of to roll over and die.
You don't have to. You definitely don't have to, right? So mechanically, you still have that last consequence shift hitbox, and you have one more that you could take, which is extreme, but I don't know if we'll get to that. If you want to be taken out of the fight, you can, but that means you can... Hold on 1 second.
You're on the ground. You could grab someone's ankles.
Yeah.
We're right next to him. Like right next to him. You could just grab onto one of his legs.
I guess that's true, but like this guy is gonna overpower me no matter what.
You could
Because he's a
take a hold of his
strong,
staff.
lean man. Yeah, I guess I'll try to wrestle the staff out of
You
his
could take some
hands.
wire from your
the
sculpting
staff.
kit and like wrap it around his ankles. You could.
No,
There's so many options.
no, I'm just gonna try to yank the staff out. Ugh. I'll see you on the other side. Is that what is that?
It's going to be
physique? A fight?
It's
Or-
it's physique if you're trying to wrestle the staff out of his hands.
All right, let's go.
You pick
Oh,
yourself
boy.
back up, run for him, grab on. So he's nervous, right? He's twitchy. He's athletic. He can jump and dodge and handle himself in the fight, but he's not strong, so he doesn't actually have a high physique.
Oh.
But it doesn't matter when I roll like that. No, you
Well-
you try to
well-
go. You try to go
Well,
for
no,
this.
no. Hold on, my friend.
Oh, yep.
I have fate points.
Oh, all right.
Because what's theirs is mine.
Oh, nice. Yeah, very good. Very
Mhm.
good. Well, hey, he's a greedy tyrannical storm mage, so he's gonna spend a fate point and get a +2.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll specifically.
Give me a break. Where are my GM points?
That was a shitty idea. Never re-roll.
Well, you got
Why
higher than you
reroll?
did before.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Remind me, what's momentarily distracted?
I can help.
That's a boost. That is against the Alagard. So not Enoch.
Okay.
Do you want me to jump in?
That'd be so chill.
Because like I'm right there too. I could wrestle for the cane at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well.
If that's all right, GM.
Yeah. She would go next, so Lily can use her turn to help you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm just gonna burn through my fate points. Because I'm an obsessed artist who finds success in death, and that staff is how I'm gonna find success in death.
Okay, you
add +2.
got to be a 4, because that's
Uh-huh.
that's what I'm currently sitting at.
And these ones are becoming a stretch even for me.
I mean, have you used what's theirs as mine?
I
Yes.
did.
Yeah, that was the
Okay.
first one.
I will say, I think that staff would look really good with my non-burnt clothing. So perhaps I have a striking vanity.
No way. No way. I don't think that works, right? It's not vanity that's driving you to get the staff, is it? Would you say it's vanity?
No, but perhaps everything I make is gold in the sense that shit. All right, never mind. It failed. I'm out.
Okay. So you run up, you pick yourself up, you like have burns and scars over your body. Florence can see faint Lichtenberg figures along your skin. You grab the staff. Enoch wrenches it back and forth and then pulls back, and he does this thing where he pulls back and he shoves forward and it surprises you and he just nails you right in the head and you like stumble back dazed for a second. As he rebuffs you. Lily, your move. Thieves! Villains! Assassins! This will be your tomb, he screams.
Enoch, they're bewitched. Here, drink it.
Are you pulling...
The vial.
Drink what? Drink what?
I grabbed the vial from Esther because Esther's
The fake one or the real one?
the fake one.
Okay. They're bewitched?
Yes,
All right. Sure.
they're bewitched.
Y'all, if you
Drink it.
need me, I'm gonna be on my
Hurry.
floor staring at the ceiling.
Hurry. Wait, okay, so I feel like I can grab it from Esther in their current state quite easily.
If you want to grab the real elixir, you can.
No. I have the real elixir.
You're right.
want the
Enoch
fake
already has the fake one.
Enoch already has the fake one. He has it in his hands.
When did he get that?
Esther
I gave it to him.
or Florence gave it to him. He was about to drink it, and then she kicked him in the shins.
That's all part of our brilliant plan.
They're bewitched. Drink it before the others get here. Hurry.
Okay, Codex, can I spend a fate point to realize that this was all in our mind palace and we were trying to figure out the ultimate way to fight this guy, but then we decided, no, that couldn't possibly work.
No, you guys knew you were facing down a tyrannical storm mage with 5 hollow knights, and you kicked him in the shins.
What a good plan!
Lily,
Thanks.
Lily, if that's what you're doing, you can roll deceive if you want.
Yep, I'm going to.
Oh my
Okay.
dog.
Let me see. What opposes deceive? Let's see. Empathy. Empathy. Oh, he doesn't actually have a high empathy. You might be okay with this.
I might.
Oh, he has kind of a high. 2. Okay. I got a 4. So no. He does not believe you at all. In fact, he completely ignores you. And he's more focused on trying to kill the people who have obviously tried to attack him.
Well, wait, hold on. What if I What if I
Happens if he does drink it.
What if I
If he does drink it, it won't. It's nothing will happen. It's just a fake
know.
elixir. Yeah.
Okay, but maybe I throw the smoke bomb now.
That'd be great.
You could do that.
I'm
Yeah.
going. I want to do that. So
Okay.
What a kind and benevolent GM.
I will allow it. I will
does
allow
that
it.
work as a boost on my deceive, or is that an entirely different thing?
No, it's an entirely different thing. Just forget your roll deceive. Throw the smoke bomb,
Kind and benevolent.
and I will resist the smoke bomb's effects. Let's see here. So I need you to roll crafts, and I'm gonna roll Enoch's will to see if he can get affected by it. This is gonna be tough. Okay, that's a 4. Does this really make sense for me to have him roll will here? It does, doesn't it? Actually, I'm going to have him roll notice. Notice makes more sense here. 3! Holy shit. Okay. You hurl the bomb. So what happens when you throw this bomb?
I throw it at his feet, and it poofs into a haze. The whole room fills with haze, so everything's kind of like like everything's like blurred.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in the thickest part of the smoke.
Okay.
And then this is when
Excuse me.
whatever is in his own mind can come to fruition. So I can't
No.
see what he's seeing,
Uh-huh.
but I'd say I successfully hit my target. So he's in the thick of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's definitely true. So you
I
hurt.
also would say that the hollow guards are relatively unfazed. Like it's not something that they're like noticing.
Yeah, they're not going to be affected by the hallucinogens. But you roll the bomb forward in these confined spaces. It's pretty hard to miss the toss. And then it goes, covers the area in this thick white smoke. Enoch blinks and like looks around. And you can start to see the effects of like the smoke, playing across him. He's starting to like, his eyes are getting wide. His pupils are dilating. He's looking around. Florence and actually, let's see. Lily's the only one who'd be close enough to see this through the smoke, I think. Florence might also notice. I think Esther is too distracted with the staff and getting bonked in the head. But Florence is the only one because Lily's focused on rolling the bomb. Sorry.
And
Florence.
don't forget the burns.
Yeah.
My burns.
Your burns, yeah. Florence, you look over, and as this like bomb explodes, and Enoch's covered in the thick of it, and it spreads out through the whole room. Urza was not inoculated against this, so he is over by the door, and he suddenly like starts grabbing at his face and eyes and freaking out a bit, and his eyes like grow wide, his pupils dilate. He starts like staring around the room, very confused. And then out of Urza's sleeve, you see this long snake just slide out of his sleeve and slump to the floor, similarly confused.
Whoa.
It looks to be some sort of like a rattlesnake or something like that. It just slides out of his sleeve and just coils it at Urza's feet. And they're both like stumbling around trying to figure out what the heck is going on.
That's so cute.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It is.
Great. I'm
What
going
about the
to.
hollow guards?
I'm sure the hologoats go after us.
Oh,
and
the hologuards are
destroy us.
gonna go for you guys for sure.
I think I was on the floor, so I'm gonna get up, and I've got my sword in hand,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm losing ideas of positionings of everyone. So I think I am next to Enoch and between Enoch and Elsa. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And I'm going to stab at Elsa.
Okay. The positioning doesn't matter too much. There's only one zone in this fight for the moment,
Yeah.
so you can pretty much be wherever. Okay, you're gonna stab at Elsa.
Yeah.
Okay, I will resist with athletics. Go ahead and roll fight. I got hot rolls. I got hot rolls.
Sorry. You really do. All right, this is going to be a disaster, but that's fine. Extra disaster.
Dang.
Why do we even bring you into battle?
Uh,
I have so many good ideas.
Killheart hums from its sheath, and you lunge forward at Elsa, and she jumps backwards and clings to the side of a wall like a spider and like stares at you, her porcelain face looking straight at you. That should get her. I'm not sure.
Like a spider.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, she jumps back and like her hands like sink into the wall a bit, or she has something on her hands to let her hang on to the wall. Okay. Next, it's going to be Urza. He's still stumbling around trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this hallucinogen. So I'm going to have him try to roll to resist that. Oop, rolled twice, I think. Nah, he's not. He's confused as heck. He's going to be confused for a while. And then the hollow guards go. Through the smoke, it's going to be difficult for them to shoot you. So I'm going to make this a bit tougher. So you can all add +1 to your athletic rolls here as they fire on you. But yeah, everybody give me athletic rolls as they bring up their rifles and fire some shots into the smoke. Got 0. We got 2. And +1.
We're all dead.
Not at all, actually. Through the smoke, you all feel bullets whiz by your heads, but they can't get a good bead on any of you. Despite the fact that there's 5 of them here, the smoke has very much confused them. They can't see a thing. Whiz. Okay. Back around to the top, it's Enoch. He's very confused. He's stumbling around. I'm going to see if he can figure out what the heck is going on. Let's see here. He should just... Yeah, okay.
Wait, didn't he just go?
That we hit the end of the round. We were back up to the top.
Oh.
Yeah. We've gone through the exchange. All right. I'm going to have him roll notice again. Wow. All right. He's still confused. And in fact, yeah. Yeah, so he's just stumbling around completely stunned. He doesn't know what the heck's going on. It's going to be Esther's turn next.
Gosh, I'm just gonna keep yanking at that staff.
Okay. I think we should create an aspect for the bomb here, because I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that's basically creating an advantage. I think that's probably what I should have done. Confusing Cloud. We'll give you guys 1 free invoke with it. Okay, so anybody can tag that if they want to use the hallucinogenic cloud to their advantage.
Okay.
Actually, they've blown it twice. I'm going to give you guys 2 invokes on that. I probably should have, because if you had rolled an overcome action, you probably would have gotten that high anyway. There we go. Okay. All right, Esther, what are you doing? Going for the staff?
Going for that staff. I'm like a dog.
Like a dog. All right. Pick yourself back up. You lunge. Dang. Yeah, that's it. You got it.
God.
You
Holy shit.
reach forward, grab on, give a yank, and Enoch like holds on to it, and you can see he like looks at it and he stares at you for a moment. And he's like, Elsa? Elsa, it's me. He's like looking right at you. It's all right, dear. It's all right. And he lets go of the staff. It's okay. You can have it. It's all right. You pull it out of his hands.
Great.
As soon as you do, you feel the power of the relic suffusing through you. And you realize immediately as you hold on to this thing, Esther, I think I said this last time, but I'll repeat it just for everybody's benefit. This staff is a relic, but you can tell that it is not a relic just a relic by itself. It's a piece of something larger. It's like as if a larger relic had been split into several smaller relics, and this is one of those pieces.
What is that called in Harry Potter?
Horcrux.
Horcrux.
It should be called a phylactery because that's what liches use, but no. Yeah.
Can Ester use the staff?
No, you don't understand enough of it in the moment to use it. It's too confusing to assess its full abilities here. But you have gotten it away from Enoch. Esther, are you doing anything else? I guess that's kind
I
of.
mean,
your
if I
action.
can, that'd be great. But
Sorry, yeah, that's your action. My bad. Lily, your move.
Enoch is thoroughly distracted with giving away the staff, hallucinating Elsa. I want to shoot him in the head.
Okay, this is that moment. I will roll athletics. Don't forget you have Confusing Cloud with 2 free tags.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this.
shit.
There we go. Okay, so he takes 2 shifts of physical stress. So you do you want to sit at 4 or do you want to really just juice this? Because he's gonna take a 2-shift hit at the moment. But
Yeah, I wanna kill him.
so right now, because he rolled a 2 and you rolled a 4, he can absorb this with physical stress, and he'll basically take no consequences.
Oh wait, we have to destroy the.
We can kill him. It's
Okay. Yeah. Oh, but then I remember. Okay, yes, I would like to use a Confusing Cloud.
Okay. Tag one of
as
those free invokes.
So is that a +2?
Yeah, or it's a reroll. Yeah, it's just like spending a fate point, but it's free.
And then. Oh, he only got a 2.
Yeah, so you're sitting at a 6 right now.
also use confusing hallucinogens.
Use everything.
Yeah. I thought I already used. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Then yeah. I'm gonna do that as well.
Okay.
The confusing hallucinogens.
Okay. Yeah, jack that up to 8. I probably should have. Okay, those are gone. We've used those. I should have doubled down on those things. I'm gonna erase both of them. I forgot I curated that confusing hallucinogens aspect.
Balance is hard in the middle of a fight, as impromptu as this one.
Man, Fate's a hard system for me. Okay, so
it is, yeah.
That's going to be 6. So he can't absorb that, so he's going to have to take a severe consequence. It still won't knock him out entirely. Do we want to say at the 8?
A crossbow into his head?
Do
Yeah.
you have another fate point? Use another fate point.
Yeah. Okay.
Add
fine.
2.
Done. I'll use a fate point. I'm gonna
Do you have another fate point?
Yeah, you gave me
She's
one.
got 1.
Oh, you didn't spend that yet. Okay. I thought you did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do what it takes. Fighter.
How does this manifest here? What do you do what it takes? Jeez, sorry. How do you do what it takes? In this instance.
You do what it
Precision
takes.
in my aim. And also I'm literally standing right next to him. How could I possibly miss?
I think for this to work, you have to make use of the hallucinogens to manipulate him. So I think
this is whilst he's literally talking to
Esther?
Esther.
That's what I mean. I think you can overhear that, and I think you'd have to be
Yeah.
something like, "It's all right, honey. I'm here now. It's okay."
Yeah, that's heartless.
And then you shoot him in the head. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
doing what it takes.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. +2. Hit that fate point button.
It still says 8 for me.
It's because you haven't hit the fate point action button. You can do +2 with fate point, I think.
Oh, I thought you said one of mine didn't count, so I went back to a 6, but then I pushed myself back up to an 8. Did that not
No,
actually
no.
happen?
They
There's
both
a switch
counted.
shift.
You're fine. Here, I got you.
Okay.
We're at 10.
So I'm a 10.
Yeah.
I am a 10.
That's so
Sorry.
intense.
That was such a 10 maneuver.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
look
I'm
at
not
him.
out here kicking shins.
You say that. The bolt fires, and you all watch as it just into Enoch's head, sticks there. He looks confused for a sec, reaches out a hand longingly, drops the fake elixir as it clatters to the floor and rolls around, and then falls forward, slumped to the ground. All right, Florence, your move. We're still in initiative.
We are. Okay, so we have 5 Hollow Knights and Elsa to deal with now.
Mm-hmm.
Did nothing happen to the Hollow Knights when Enoch dies?
Nope.
Okay, great. Love that for us. Okay, I'm going to I think we need to try and corner Elsa. And so I can give Lily room for a shot so she can shoot her.
So you want to create an advantage for Lily?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I love that.
You don't want to use the soul-sucking sword?
Well, I can't really get close and I don't really have athletics, but I could give away my sword.
You can get close enough to strike her if you want with fight. That's fine.
My fight is 0, my athletics is 0.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So how do you want to try to corner her? Like, what skill do we want to use?
Okay, so she's already up on the wall. I want to, I guess.
You could use your superior knowledge of plaster to know that she's on like a weak section of
up.
the wall. Oh.
Yeah, Sherlock it.
I'm gonna try and trick her to deceive her into, like, I'm gonna taunt one way and then taunt another, and see if I can get her to be in a corner towards the window, towards what, like behind one of the couches.
A feint. Okay. Yeah. Roll deceive then, unless you have another skill in mind. I think that's what you were going
Deceive is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will roll her. I will oppose her for will, which is 0. Let's see here. I'm just gonna roll. This will be -1.
Okay.
Yeah. No way. -1. So yeah. You complete corner hero. You succeed with style. So this gets 2 free invokes. Here we go. Elsa cornered. There we go. Succeeding with style and overcome action. Okay. Completely cornered. 2 free invokes. She's stuck over by the window, and you can see as you're trying to do this, Florence, that she's not trying to attack you anymore. She sees Enoch go down through the cloud. She sees his form slump, and she starts to make a beeline for the staircase, heading upstairs. But you get in her way, and you corral her back towards the window. All right. Urza is stumbling around still. He's going to try to resist once more. No way.
Oh, buddy.
No. He's completely,
Oh.
yeah.
Worthless.
Back around to the top. It's going to be Esther's turn.
Ah.
Oh, sorry. The Hollow Knights. I completely forgot. Everybody roll athletics as they fire another round.
Fuck.
Whoa.
Ow.
Okay, that. Ooh.
Did I just
Nice job,
succeed
Lily.
with style?
You did. You very much did. Esther, however, is not looking good. That's going to be a 3-shift hit. Lily succeeds with style, so you get a thing.
Esther is not having a good day, but Lily sure is.
Mm-hmm.
So do I have to take a severe consequence?
I think you're dead.
Well, you took a 3-shift hit. So let me double check something real quick.
Struck by lightning. Shot.
Shot again.
It's been a
Need a
tough day.
vacation.
Again.
It's been a tough day for sure.
You know, I'm starting to get the impression that anytime we go into a fight, I'm mostly the one who gets grievously injured.
Hold on a sec. The thing I can't remember is. Okay. So here's what you could do. You have stress boxes, right? So you could spin them, and you could avoid any shifts of hit, right? Because I think you have a 1 and a 2. You could check both of those off, I believe.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I thought it was like I have 2 total, but no. In fact, I can take 3 shifts. I see. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. I can't remember if you can only check 1 off per exchange, and you have to check off the highest one. If you can't, then you go to the next consequence. Or you can check off multiple in the same hit. I'm going to call it multiple for now, but I'll look up the rule later. Okay, so 1 and 2 checked off.
Kind of benevolent GM.
Yeah. Okay, Esther, you're up.
Well. I mean, I think I'm gonna figure out how to use lightning powers.
You're going to try to figure out the staff?
I think so. I hurt and I burn and everything sucks. And I think I'm gonna try to figure out how to use lightning powers.
Okay, this is going to be a crafts roll.
Wow. Kind of benevolent GM.
No, that's the same thing Enoch used to cast with it. So, or he used. Well, actually, what are you trying to do? You're trying to shoot lightning.
I think I'm just trying to shoot lightning at some friends.
Okay.
I guess I'll roll.
Hold on. Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to figure out how I want to handle this. Okay, give me a crafts roll first to see if you can determine how to use the staff. It's going to be tough. Difficulty 3.
I did it.
Boom. Got it.
Wow.
All right. Something inherent about this, holding this relic, you understand the mysteries of it in your hands. Okay. Now give me a shoot roll to hit the knights, to hit the hollow guards.
You got it.
Oh,
my gosh.
my gosh. Hold
Is
on.
that
Let's
our
see what they
first
roll.
4?
Yeah. And I'm gonna say what's theirs is mine, as in it's my staff now. So I'm gonna bump that up to a 6.
Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. You succeeded with the crafts roll. Sorry, you're up to 6. All right. I'm going to tag their aspect tough as nails. So I'm going to kick mine up to a 4. And then 6v4, they all take their second physical stress box. So lightning zaps through them, and they're just like, they like rumble and shake as the lightning shoots through all of their metal joints and parts. And they stay standing, but you can see burns and smoke coming from the leather and stuff that like holds them together. You think like one more strong hit or even one more weak hit, and they would go down. So yeah, there's like a flash of lightning that shoots off between everything. All right, Lily, you're up.
Incredible. Outstanding.
Wow. So much is happening. Okay. Well, it looks like Florence has created an advantage for me, so I'm gonna go. Ugh, but my bow did not penetrate last time. So
Could penetrate this time.
can I notice any weakness?
No, she's completely sealed off. But that doesn't mean your crossbow bow won't work. You think you missed your mark last time.
All right. Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, here comes my athletics versus shoot. I got a 3. You got a 5. All right. Do you want to kick that up at all?
And I'm also gonna use my momentarily distracted invoke on her.
Okay. +2 or a
And-
reroll? +2? Okay, cool. Got it.
And Elsa cornered.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you have 2. Oh, man. All right, yeah. Okay. So momentarily distracted is gone. Elsa cornered is gone. Or one of the invokes on Elsa cornered is used. There's another one still. So yeah, you fire the bolt. It sails forward, and you see it just like like embed right into her chest. She looks down at like the bolt sticking out of her dress, and like hangs off the wall slightly. You hear like the clunk of gears or something. You think you hit some critical piece of machinery in there. Let's see. If I hit that with my last fate point, it'd be 5. It still wouldn't be enough. I'd have to go for a reroll. I'm going to go for a reroll. So I'm going to tag the Elsabot's tough as nails aspect and go for a reroll on this. No way. Even worse. The gears grind. You hear the kunk of something getting stuck in them, and then the Elsabot wobbles for a moment, detaches from the wall, and clutters to the floor. Florence, your turn.
Holy
Do I
cats.
get an advantage?
No. This is an attack action. No, you don't. Yep. Okay. All right. Your move, Florence.
Wow. Okay. Amazing. So we have the Hollow Knights left.
Yeah, that's it. 5 of them. Dang.
Okay, I find Esther's creativity inspiring, and I need to create an advantage for them. So I'm going to, how could I help you? You have, well, they're like lightning, and there's more lightning, and there's aiming. They're all standing there.
You could do like a cool 6 sword swipe.
I could just like try and distract them. I like distracting. Oh yeah, Urza. Oh. I think I'm gonna. Let's see. Do I have this? No, I don't. That doesn't do me any good. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to one of them, I guess, on like the far right side, and make a distraction, or like try and get all their focus on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. That's fine. What are you rolling to do that?
It's such a great question.
What if you made a distraction by slashing at them with your soul-sucking sword?
Tony's just over here like, what if you actually used the one weapon I made?
Fine. I'll use the weapon you made. I'll go over to the one on the farthest to the right and attack it since it can't do anything.
Okay. I'm going to roll athletics opposed.
Okay.
Ooh, hot rolls. Yeah, it backsteps out of the way and like knocks the sword to the side with the butt of its rifle.
Oh, oh no.
I was trying to create an advantage for you.
And I was bad and wrong.
It's fine.
Okay. Urza can't recover. The Hollow Guards lower their rifles and fire another volley. Everybody give me athletics.
Oh man.
Give me that big roll. I got a 1. Okay, Lily's taking a 1 shift hit. Florence is fine. Ester has to take a severe consequence.
Jeez.
Now you actually have been shot in a very bad location. I'm going to call it a gut shot.
Oh shit.
Don't worry, I'll lick it later.
Yeah, so this is bad. If the enemies had fate points, they'd start tagging those consequences and making use of them. But I'm not going to play that hard yet, and I don't have any fate points left. So,
Kind and benevolent GM.
you guys have learned the system now. So the next Verdanthi we fight, I can be super, I can be super gameplay about it. But anyway, so Ester, you just feel this like cold explode in the bottom of your gut, and you look down and you see like blood leaking out onto your clothes. Your outfit's been entirely ruined. That's the biggest travesty of this.
No.
And you just stumble back and like fall to the floor, clutching at your stomach. You can still move. You think you could still make actions. The adrenaline's still coursing through your system, but you know you don't have long until you're going to shut down completely. Okay, back to the top. It is Ester, actually.
Gosh, and
You hold the staff in your hand.
I think I'm gonna just try to like pelt them with hail or something. I don't know, man.
Pelt them with hail.
I guess so.
Okay, same thing as last time. Give me another crafts roll. Difficulty 3.
Oh no.
Actually, I'll lower the difficulty by 1. Difficulty 2, since you're learning how to use the staff.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 0. You want to spend any fate points or anything?
Guess. I don't know if any of them apply, to be honest.
All right. Then we'll let that stand. So the consequence of this is that the hail doesn't just hit the Hollow Knights, it hits your friends as well.
Oh my god.
So now I need you to roll another crafts roll, please. And then I need Florence and Lily to roll athletics along with the Hollow Guards. Ooh. Let's see. What did Esther get? 4. Okay. All right. Okay, so Florence needs to take a 2-shift physical hit as hail suddenly appears in the room and pelts you through the hallucinogenic cloud. You're just pelted with it. Bruises appear all over your body. And Lily, you need to take a 4-shift hit, which means you're going to take a moderate consequence unless you have enough physical stress boxes to soak stuff.
I was at a 1 before.
So did you get that this fight?
Just
Okay.
the last time the Hollow Guards shot at us.
Right. Okay, so you can check off your 2 box. So you can check off your 2 box, and then you can take a mild consequence, or you can check off your 2 and 3.
I don't know. What's the difference for my gameplay?
The 3 would help you possibly absorb a larger hit later. The mild consequence means you got to heal it later, but you keep the 3 box open. I would check off the 3 box. Check off the 3 box.
Do I uncheck my 1 box?
No. Keep that checked.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm doing those stress boxes wrong. I'll look it up before next time. Man, every time I open your sheet, Lily, to check it, it opens your picture in the chat window, and I don't know why. It's so weird. It's a bug.
It's the best picture ever.
All right. Hail rains down from a cloud that appears and pelts everything in the room, except for Ester. Ester, tell me what this looks like as this takes out every last Hollow Guard in the room.
I imagine them like as still being able to function, but like just hail just like jamming into their joints and stuff.
Nice. So yeah, there's like clumps of ice balls that just like jam up the joints. They fall back. Their hands can't close around the rifles very well, so like they strain to grab, but they can't. The rifles clatter out of their hands. They all fall backward as their legs seize up. You hear several loud bangs that echo through the castle as these heavy suits of armor just fall over and clatter everywhere. Lie there incapacitated as the hail continues to fall. There's a few moments that go by, and then the hallucinogenic cloud clears. I need to delete some aspects. The hallucinogenic cloud clears, and you all watch the scene that you've created appear before you. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Enoch is on the ground, dead. A crossbow bolt through his head, much like Catherine. The Elsabot is lying on the ground, a crossbow bolt jutting out of her chest, gears whirring and clicking in place, and the Hollow Knight guards are lying on the ground, incapacitated, hail stuck in them. The three of you are pretty bruised and banged up, but not as bad as your enemies. Urza is like stumbling around, blinks his eyes a few times, rubs them, and finally recovers. And he says, "What happened? What? Oh! Verdanthe preserve us. You did it."
I run over to Esther and I check on them.
They are not doing well. They've been shot in the gut. There's lightning scars all over them, and they've been pelted with hail.
I grab something, the fabric key, and wrap it around their gut. I gotta like keep things in, you know.
Okay, are you trying to heal a consequence? You're trying to heal the bullet wound?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be a difficulty 6 lore roll.
Am I able to interrupt and put herbs on first?
Totally. You can do that. You can create an advantage, or you can just help with crafts.
Yeah. Okay.
Which one are you doing?
Yeah, I'll roll for craft. I'd like to dress the wound in herbs prior to any bandages.
Cool. Sounds good. Go ahead and roll. Create an advantage. Difficulty 2. Boom. Got it. Okay. 2 free invokes. So for your roll, Florence, you'll get 2 free invokes of these fresh herbs.
Amazing. All right, here we go. 4. Okay, and then let's use an invoke, and that bumps it up by 2.
Yes, and then you can use the second invoke to get it over the line and actually
let's
make
do
it so it heals. All right.
I'm curious if this would be the time to use a well-licked wound.
No, I'm not gonna do it for this.
I will keep that aspect for the whole campaign if I have to.
And I'm so excited.
All right. The wound gets dressed. Esther, you feel the pain subside as the herbs and bandages begin to do their work. You can rename that that consequence. However, because it is a severe consequence, it sticks around for a long time. I think it sticks around until like the end of the next arc. So
oh my god,
that's gonna take a while to heal. So people will be tagging that. But yeah.
Okay.
And then after we do that, I like look at Lily and I'm like, Did you notice it looking up the stairs before? And I like look at Elsa and then I look at the stairs.
What?
I wonder what it wanted.
Who knows?
Doesn't matter anymore.
Urza says, and like walks over and looks down at Enoch's body. He like stares down at him for a sec and then kicks the body. Wow, he really is dead. And then he kicks Enoch's body again.
You having fun over there?
How's your snake?
Enoch or Urza turns in surprise as you say that, and he looks over and he says, "Huh, ah!" He goes over to the snake on the ground and like picks it up, and the snake like shakes its head like it's just unbecoming dazed, and then it curls itself around and slides back up into Urza's sleeve. He says, "Cosmo is just fine, thank you very much."
Cosmo, that's so cute.
So Esther's better, right?
I mean, not better, but in healing, yes.
In
I
healing.
feel like I'm still on the floor, which is why
No.
I say
actively
I'm gonna-
dying.
I'm gonna put I put my arms under Esther's arms and start dragging them over to Elsa's body. You've got some work to do.
Esther, you're dragged over to this thing with a porcelain mask, its face half turned to the side, lying on the ground, and you just hear this constant like "rrrk, rrrk, rrrk," as the porcelain mask just stares at you.
Child, reach your hand in there. Chest, towards the back. On the left.
Rummage around. Am I able to get in there?
You feel a seam going across Elsa's chest, splitting her chest in half. And as you feel around with your hands, you can feel a keyhole built into Elsa's carapace.
A key. Hole.
I feel like we have a key. Don't we have a key? We have a key that does something.
Nope.
Ooh.
I don't
It's
remember.
like a skeleton key. No, you totally do. There was like a skeleton key that we got in Catherine's castle.
Oh yes, the relic you got from Catherine. Catherine's relic.
Amazing. Catherine's relic.
Do we have the key on us?
I mean,
Yeah, what did I
It's in my
say?
bag, of course.
No, hold on. I
No.
hold Catherine's relic.
no. Yes, but I'm pretty sure you said you left it somewhere, right?
I think I did, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's back in Charis. Or Chandla,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it's back in Chandla. Because we were very specific about where the Verdanthi relics were actually being stored. And I'm pretty sure Esther said they stored it inside their house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I don't know. Should we
Look upstairs?
Your boot.
remember her?
Your boot, child.
My boot?
Kick the thing.
Oh. Oh, right. That thing that we do. Sure, I can give it a go. Can I roll for I mean, I love my crafting, but it's also burglary.
I'm sorry, what are you trying to do? Oh, you're trying to pick the lock.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. I said kick.
Kick it.
As in, like, bash its chest in.
It's a solid metal carapace, so if you wanted to bash its chest in, you need like a tool or something to really punch through.
This cheap lounge chair should do the trick.
It'll take a while, right? It's like, imagine if you had a suit of full plate and you're like, okay, I'm gonna bash through this suit of full plate with a chair, with a wooden chair.
Right. I don't know. I think we might just be better off bringing her with us. Any ideas?
You could
Yeah,
try
maybe
and
we
pick the
can go
lock,
upstairs and look for the key.
or you could go upstairs. Yep.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt to go look.
Urza, you want to come upstairs with me? It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna hang out on the floor.
I'll
move.
wait down here, Urza says.
Okay.
Okay, I'll come with you. It's fine. You watch and make sure no one else comes in.
Child, take this, but I want it back. And I hand you the staff.
Oh. How do you use this thing?
Don't
We're not trying
use
now.
it.
Okay, so we go upstairs.
Yeah.
You two start heading upstairs. You ascend, leaving Esther down here with Urza. Urza looks over at you, Esther, and he says, "You all right? Looks like you took a bit of a knock there. I couldn't really tell what was going on. I think there was some sort of drug or something."
All part of the plan.
Ah, I see.
Or the brilliantly executed plan.
I'm a little hurt you didn't fill me in on the plan, but, you know. I guess fair's fair.
I was not aware that she was going to do that. So, I just want you to know that sucked.
Yes, I feel very sorry for you, he says, looking down at you, and he kneels down by you, because you're, like, laying on the floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
He kneels down by you and he says, I feel very sorry for you, Esther. Please, if there's anything I can do, don't hesitate to ask.
Don't be a dick to all the people. Ugh.
He sighs and says, well, that's going to be difficult. And then Cosmo lunges out of his sleeve and goes to bite you on the cheek. Give me an athletics roll.
I don't know, man. I feel like that snake's gonna get me, but
It's one more injury.
I mean, all right, I'll roll it. But like,
Well, here we are.
I'm gonna use my last fate point. A striking vanity.
A striking. Wait, how? How?
How dare Cosmo attempt to mar my cheek?
I always protect my face. Always. All right.
And I guess can I just grab Cosmo?
The snake lunges out of the sleeve so quick you almost don't see it coming, and then you reach out and you just like grab it by the throat.
And I crush it?
You just want to crush it?
I think I just crush it.
All right.
Or, well, no, hold on. And I guess can I yank it out of his sleeve and say, I'll be holding on to this one, thank you. And I hold my thumb at its neck?
Yes, you pull it out, you yank it out of its sleeve. I'm assuming in this like sudden attack, you like stumble back, right?
I feel like I'm still on the floor.
Okay. All right, so you yank it out. He stumbles back as you like pull Cosmo out. Draws a dagger out of his side of his boot, and he says, "Give him back." And we'll see how this resolves next time.
Love a cliffhanger.
Whoa.
That was a lot, y'all.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
Wow. What a good session.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you guys have fun? I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's good.
I liked it. I liked it.
I had fun too.
I had a lot of fun. I briefly felt all life drain out of me as I realized we were going to die.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. You guys now understand how fights work in Fate, right? Creating advantages and stuff like that. So now I'm gonna play harder. I'm gonna play harder next time. I figured it out with that combat.
Y'all, we're gonna
We're screwed.
our next plan's gonna kick so much ass.
Yeah.
Right. If Esther getting struck by lightning and shot and on the floor bleeding out was you playing it easy, I can't wait for next time.
Oh, I only took down one of you. None of the enemies tried to create advantages. Like, I mean, that was relatively easy, I feel.
Yeah, it was.
We'll see, though.
It is for me, at least.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. I'm glad you had fun. I had a blast. Thank you, everybody who watched or who is watching this in the future. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming on by. Anybody want to shout anything out before we call it for today?
Make good choices.
Yeah, make good choices. We don't have a Clippy Awards coming up soon, Wendy, or nobody has stream events or anything?
Steph has book club tomorrow.
Oh yeah, if you want to come to Art Book Club, it's tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time. We're gonna talk about art and Michelangelo and his drama.
Ooh. Wait, which book are you reading?
It's called The Agony and the Ecstasy by Irving Stone. It is a novelized biography.
Oh, cool. That's neat.
And I'll be trying to paint tomorrow.
Ooh.
Really?
Yes.
Heck yeah. What are you making?
It's the Windy Art Venture comeback.
I cannot wait to see this.
I'm celebrating my kitten's gotcha day by doing the thing that he made me stop doing.
Sorry.
Art?
I had to give it up for him. Well, I chose to give it up because of him, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try it and see what happens. Don't
Heck
ask me
yeah.
what I'm making. I have no idea.
Awesome.
Scribbles.
And you're gonna ask me what I'm gonna shout out, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you have anything. Excuse me.
Y'all, seriously, this vegan queso I made, fucking killer. I'll send y'all the
You
recipe.
give me recipe. Yes, please.
Yeah, actually do. I found a video about how to make vegan foie gras yesterday.
Oh my god, send that.
I will.
Please.
It was on something. But yeah, I was like, "Whoa." So yeah. Yeah, definitely send that. Okay, I'm going to raid somebody. Thank you so much for playing, everybody. I'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The lollygaggers.
Yeah, they're playing Call of Cthulhu right now.
Cute.
What a name.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
Wow.